Hello and welcome to this Studio Brutal video. Here I'm going to show you how I use velocity in IDM sequences to get these crazy, all over the place generative sequences that you can hear here. Let me just solo it. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I'm just going to run down the all the other channels so you can hear what they are. This one is just a kick, snare, and a hat in a drum rack with some delay and beat repeat. Then you've got this really low sub bass. You won't hear this unless you've got good headphones, or it's basically like a siny drum and bass Reese. It's really low but quite thick, and yeah, you get some good headphones and you can hear it. And then I've got this pad which is fairly straightforward sort of pad sound. It's got a flanger on it and chorus with loads of feedback so it gets weird, and beat repeat, a couple of beat repeats and echoes and reverb. And then this is the main sequence, which I'm going to run through now. I'm just going to zoom in on it. I'll play everything, but yeah, for now I'll play everything. So yeah, let me just zoom in on this. So yeah, you've got actually I'll solo it. So you've got this sequencer here. I'll go more into what it's doing because it's doing a lot. Then there's a chord unit, and then a velocity unit which is MIDI. It changes the velocity that comes into it. It makes it more random basically based on this thing here. Then I've got operator, and it's a fairly simple operator patch, but where I can I've modulated it with velocity, because there's going to be velocity coming from this thing, and the sequencer, like here, oscillator to velocity here, is it's going to be pulling this oscillator out of tune. I'll go into that in more detail in a bit. Then I've got this phaser flanger. It's difficult to say. If I take it off and put it back on, I turn it right up, it's got loads of feedback, so it goes nuts. It's got these alien artifacts in it. I quite like that. Then a bit of distortion, a beat repeat to stutter everything, echo and reverb on it as well to delay and reverb everything. Filter to take off the top end because it can get a bit nuts and harsh because of the FM, and another beat repeat to glitch it a bit more. It's got pitch on it and stuff, and then EQ to shape it, and then a reverb with like a 2.5 second delay, more than that, almost 3 second decay, sorry. So it's sounds really spacious. So yeah, that is basically the chain for this. But the key to it, like I said, is the velocity. So on operator, I've set it so everything is modulated by velocity, like the time, like even the pitch envelope, the time of it will change with velocity of the note. Can you see that there? Yeah, like it's that setting there. The filter envelope will change with velocity, so will the cutoff itself. If I take that off, you just get much less movement on the cutoff. If I put it back, yeah, the cutoff is jumping all over the place. Let more through the filter. Then the patch is 3, let's say, normal oscillators, and then 1 FM. And the FM one is being dragged out of tune here by velocity, and then so are these two. This one is getting dragged down here, and this one is getting dragged up by the same amount. So they're going to detune for different velocity settings. They're going to detune more, go further apart, the more velocity. And so yeah, that is it. Like, it's a fairly straightforward patch, but velocity is controlling a lot of stuff. If I switch velocity off, which is this one here, and reset everything on the sequencer, it's a very simple sort of FM patch. You can hear it glitching away because of the beat repeats, but it's not changed very much. And then if I put all those velocities back on, it's just jumping all over the place because the FM and the tuning and the filter envelope and the pitch envelope are jumping about because of the velocity modulation. And it just sounds nuts. And so what I've done as well is I've set all the loop parts, all the loop points on the sequencer differently. So it's basically a 7-note loop that stops here, but the octave one, you can change the loop length on them here. I've set the octave one to 6 and the velocity one to 5. So it's you get like that modular synth effect where everything is playing at different lengths. You can see they're not going in time. If I put them all in the same one, you can see that bar is going across all of them. But if I switch them off like that, the pitch and the octave and the velocity are all running at different lengths, so you get all this weird stuff going on. Like the octave will jump it up 1 and 2 notes, but not the same notes every time, because it's running at different loop length, and same for velocity. So you're just getting random sequences all the time. Then this velocity unit here is adding just random velocities on top of that, and so you're then getting this insane sound. You can hear, and there's a chord unit here. The chord unit, if I switch it off, just makes it 1 note, but the chord unit makes it a chord, obviously. So yeah, that is it. That's the patch. If you tweak the velocities, you'll get, and also tweak the octaves, you'll get loads of different sounds. You just change the velocities massively and stick the random up. And also, if you want to tweak stuff, you can change the velocity settings on operator as well. So like this one, and it'll just if you just turn them up or turn them down, it'll get even more nuts. So yeah, that's it. That's basically how I created this. What I will do is I'll make this into a rack, and I'll give it away in the comments below. And also I've got an IDM patch that I've just done that you can run through. It doesn't have the sequences on it because it's made for Ableton 10, but you can just chuck a sequencer on every rack, and I'll put a discount for that down below. It'll be quite a lot off. It'll be 60% off, so if you do get it, use the discount code below. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you found this useful, and if you make anything good with it, yeah, I'd love to hear it. Please send me it. Any questions or anything like that, leave me a comment below and I'll get straight back to you. So yeah, that's it from me. Good luck with your music making. Have a good day. Take care. Goodbye.